Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Mandy and it's just one more bag. Thanks for taking a little bit of time to hang out with me today. So I mentioned in my last video that I had one more little Hermes unboxing. So I'm going to go through that today and I'm going to touch base on the couple of items I unboxed in my last video and give a little update on them. And Winston wanted to say hello while he was in here. Again, if he starts barking or making any noises, I do apologize in advance. All right. So you guys know that I purchased my Picotin 18 a couple videos ago. I did that unboxing. If you haven't seen that yet, please take a minute to watch it. And I did mention that if you guys would like to hear the story about how I got my Picotin, please just comment and let me know, and I'll consider doing a video on that if you guys are interested. So let me just go ahead and do this unboxing. It's just an accessory piece I wanted to share with you guys that I personally thought was pretty cool. It was something to complement my Picotin. So here we go. Just taking off the pretty Hermes ribbon. All right. The tissue paper is so strong. It's really nice. All right, and we have the little dust bag. Just pop that out of here. And here we go. So this is one of the card holders. And I love the little horse design. I thought it was just so cool. And it complements the brand with their heritage from, you know, the horse industry. I loved it. The tan color, excuse me, it's more of a brown color here. I don't know if you guys recalled, but the twilly I have on my bag has some tans and blue to complement the pink. So I thought the blue and the tan would be really nice. And then on this side, it has a couple card slots and it has the Hermes stamp. It does have a slot on the inside here for additional cards or money. It's such a smooth, soft leather. I wish you guys could feel it. I know it's kind of hard to show here, but it's just such a smooth, soft material. I can't get over it. Again, the two couple card slots. A nice additional complement for my bag. However, as you guys saw in my last video, I did unbox the dual Cabriole wallet, which I have here. So I have been able to use my Picotin a couple times now, and I use this wallet. Well, technically it's a card holder, excuse me, not a wallet. However, in my opinion, you know, it has place for the cards. You can put in some change or money. So I feel that it is just a little more than a card holder traditionally. When I think of a card holder, I think of something more along this design. Guys, I have to tell you, I am obsessed. I love, love, love this piece. And I don't just mean the color, because of course I do love the rose sakura and how it matches my bag, and pink has definitely been my color of the summer. I've been buying everything pink, but I just love this design. It's simple, it's small and compact. However, it really holds a lot. All of my other card holders that I have from Louis Vuitton, I have kind of my bulk must-have cards that I carry around at a minimum when I go anywhere, and they're always blowing it out, or I'm kind of struggling to fit it in. This I actually have room in. I was shocked. So now I can go to my backup card pile of things I leave at home and only use as I absolutely need it, but I can feel more comfortable and actually carry it around with me. And like I said, it does then have the little closed pouch here for some couple coins, some bills in addition. Like most people, I rarely carry any cash. Maybe I have a $20 bill on me from time to time, or if I'm going to the nail salon, I might carry my tip with me. But I highly, highly recommend. I'm at the point where I feel like I'm gonna need this in most colors and just use this going forward for all my bags and not really use other wallets or card holders. I might have to really take a moment to go through my collection and see what I would want to let go at this point. Again, highly recommend. I was thinking of really using it with my other bags. However, I am someone that likes to really match the same brand with the same brand bag, be similar in color coordination so that it makes sense for me. But I'm in love with this and I would highly recommend it. When you're looking at Hermes price points too, this wallet is on the lower end. While it is still very, very expensive for what it is a more reasonably priced item for what Hermes offers. So if you were looking to maybe start with a brand and there was a piece you were maybe considering, if you were looking at this or you were looking at a card holder like this, I would spend the money and get this. And this card holder was actually more than this. However, this is beautiful and very cute as well. I'll give a little review after I use it and let you guys know what I think and how I find it, but I feel like it's really going to be hard to top this, and I'm concerned how much I'm really going to be reaching for that now in the future, to be honest. When I did my unboxing, I did also unbox a lipstick. This is the Silky lipstick in the beige tan. I am actually wearing it today. And I really like it. I think it's pretty. As I mentioned previously, I am someone who has a lot of allergies. I can only wear certain kinds of makeup. I have issues with fragrances. It's actually very disappointing because there's so many beautiful things out there and I can't use them. But this lipstick has been working out great for me. It does stay on for a long time. I think the pigment and the color is very beautiful. And it helps to keep my lips moisturized. I have had a little bit of peeling, I'd say, but you know, we're kind of coming to the end of summer, and if I'm being honest, I haven't been drinking as much water as I normally do. So, you know, I'm always trying to get better with that. I did mention that this does have more of a magnetic closure, which helps to really keep it secure in the bag. And then I love how it has the little case in addition. So I do feel comfortable leaving it in my bag. I did see that Hermes has a little lipstick case that I was actually considering maybe looking into just to help protect my bag, any of the contents in it. I am trying to get better with purchasing bag liners for the future just to prevent anything, you know, from spilling or marks getting on my bags. But I feel honestly just with this, I don't have to have a lipstick holder. It might be a nice to have in the future if I'm looking for something, but truly I feel just keeping it like this is great. So I would recommend giving this a try if you have allergies. They did give me samples first, so you know, maybe that is something you could ask your sales associate about also, to at least give it a try. And there was a decent amount in there. I was able to use it for quite a few days and I felt comfortable with it. Kind of heading back to the allergies, I mentioned that I did try one of their perfumes. However, unfortunately, it did not work out for me. They gave me a sample of another kind, and I remember my essay saying that it's so light and nice that you can actually use it on babies. So I was like, well, let's try it. I apologize, I can't really read the name. So I'll try to show you guys here. But that is the name, and it does have a very light and almost powdery scent to it. I've been wearing it, I believe today's the 3rd day now, and so far so good. In the past I'd break out with kind of like a red blotchy spot. I could even get some hives from it. Sometimes my rosacea would flare up, unfortunately, which is the worst, but so far so good. So I am going to try to keep using that, but I may have found a winner. Have any of you guys used this perfume? I'd love to hear from you what your experiences are with this makeup. As I mentioned before, I hadn't really seen a whole lot of people talking about the Hermes makeup line. From my understanding, they don't have it in every single boutique. So again, I'd love to hear from anyone else who has it. I will have an interesting story coming up soon. I travel often for my work, and this time I'm going to be going into Europe for a trade show in about 2 to 3 weeks. So I was able to get something set up for when I'm there. I'm hoping it all works out, but I am excited to come back and share with you guys what happens over there. And hopefully there'll be a fun, interesting story to go through with you guys. I want to thank you for taking a couple minutes to join my channel, Just One More Bag. I do also have an Instagram, and I do also have a TikTok if you guys are interested. You know, sometimes I just post some pictures from my collection, just some different things going on in between making the YouTube videos. Let me know what you guys think about the card holder. If you have it, do you love it? If you have the dual Calvi wallet that I was talking about, my newest love and obsession, you know, what do you guys think of that? What colors do you have it in? And does anyone know if it comes in any other materials, or excuse me, different types of leather? I love how it is. I believe it's the Clemence, which matches the Picotin for this one. I think this is the only leather that I've seen it on the website as I've been looking around, but you know, I know oftentimes they don't have everything listed, so I was curious to hear more about that. And then one other thing, you know, I'm thinking about some fall bags as we're ending summer and what colors I may want to be using. I was just curious if you guys have anything on your wish list for Hermes for the fall, what that is. I'd love to hear it. So again, thank you for joining my channel, Just One More Bag, and I hope to see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.